A little over 2 years ago, I purchased this 2004 manual VYSS Commodore in Sting Red for a daily driver, and I couldn't say no because of how cheap it was. I've always wanted one since I was a little kid. My mum bought hers brand new in 2003 and we had to trade it in 2014 due to an engine failure. Ever since then, I've been searching on and off for one. We managed to score this one for a great deal at only $7,000. The reason it was cheap was the amount of kilometers on it. Almost 430,000 to be exact. But almost 500,000 kilometers never deterred me away from buying the car. I've been daily driving it for 2 years already, and since then we've modified it slightly, and in this video we'll go over how it's been, all the problems I've had over the course of the ownership, and future plans for this beast of a car. Well guys, 2 years already. Time has freaking flown. And I can't believe I've had this thing for 2 years, been daily driving it, and I've been loving every second of owning this car. Now to a lot of you, it's just a VYSS, but to me it's a bit more special than that, and this car has really proved that for not a lot of money you can still have a lot of fun, and it's still obviously a massive nostalgia hit for me to own one of these cars. So 2 years later, how has it been? That's the biggest thing. How has it been? I get asked the most. I'm looking to buy this SS. It has this many kilometers on it. Should I take the gamble? Now for my car, I've been very lucky. I've had the previous owners look after it, and I think that's a big thing into why it still runs great to this day. So we'll get into how it's been just in a moment, but I gave you a very brief rundown at the start. But this is my 2004 VYSS Series 2 manual, leather interior, and obviously in the Sting Red is the biggest thing of what I wanted. The color is what I love the most. This and the Cosmo Purple are my two favorite colors, followed very closely by the Hothouse Green. So yeah, we got it 2 years ago. The only modifications I've really done is I've got Max Speeding Rods to sponsor me a set of coilovers for this thing. They are the later model T6 blue coilovers. They have been fantastic. They do have the yellows and the reds. They're the older ones, and they were notorious for failing, breaking, snapping. They weren't made the best. And the T6s, they really fixed that, as well as the T7s, which I don't make for the Commodores yet, but I will be putting a set in once they bring them here to Australia. Also, we had a sponsor by the name of Cube Speed Performance reach out, and they sponsored me a short shifter for the T56, and that's changed the whole characteristics of driving this car. It just shifts so much better. It just feels more sporty. One of the more recent things we've done is, well, it already came with the redback exhaust system, catback, but we've done the pacemaker headers with the cats to suit. We also had Jared from XL Garage reach out, and he not only supplied us with the headers, he tuned this car for me, and we did just the basic plug-in tune and really woke this car up. I've taken a lot of mates in this car that have been in it before, and they reckon it's a night and day difference, and so do I. It really woke this car up with the tune, the headers, and the sound is the best part of this whole car. The sound is what gets me. Now, I'm not lying in the title. I do daily drive this car. I do daily drive it. I can get in, I can do whatever. It's still spacious, it's comfortable. Let's have a look at some of the flaws of this car. Biggest flaws, in my opinion, is the front bar. It's just delaminating. I think it's been painted pretty bad. I do daily it, so it's covered in bugs, but the front bar is just delaminating. A little bit of stone chips on the bonnet, stuff like that. Pretty standard for a car with the caliber of kilometers it has. Now, same with the guard, a couple of stone chips and that there. Headlights a little bit here. You can see the UV protectant clear sort of failing there. I can get lights for it, stuff like that. That's easy. I did get brand new fog lights for it. Coming to the side here, I had to bust my key barrel out, so I've got a 10-cent coin in there at the moment. I did buy a barrel set from eBay, so I got to install that because one of the old videos we got locked out of the car, couldn't get back into it. Even with the key, the spare key snapped in the door because the alternator fried the battery and the car died. That was a whole ordeal in itself. Coming to the back, rear spoiler has been really badly painted, so it's just, yeah, it looks like shit. I'm gonna repaint that. Rear bar, it's had a couple more hits than Elvis, so it's been hit there. It looks like someone's had a trailer on the back and they've missed and got there or something. Same with here, it's all been scratched up here. It's been scratched there. So this car does have a few dings, but it is straight. It is very straight. This side, fantastic. Roof, fantastic. Boot, mint. Guards and bonnet do fade, but I do cut them probably every 3 to 4 months. I'd give them a nice cut. Now, I think this is the original color, and the sides and top have been painted because it looks like the UV protectant has sort of stopped working in the red here, which is why they oxidize. So I'll probably get the whole front clip eventually painted, but right now you can't even tell much of a color difference, but sometimes at night you can see it. But that's pretty much the rundown on it, guys. So we've had it for 2 years now. I do drive it all the time between this, the Patrol and the XL. If it's your first time stumbling across this video with this car, please go back and watch the old videos and you'll get more of an idea of what we've got ourselves into and why I got this car and why I didn't go and pay more for another one. Instead of jumping in it right away and telling you guys how it's been, first thing I want to do is I want to get an exhaust note. We'll give it a couple revs and I'll chuck you guys on the rear bar and give it a couple of pulls so you can actually hear this car properly. And then yeah, I'll let you know how it's been for the last 2 years. actually does sound alright. Let's get you guys in the back and hear it properly. Well guys, there's the sound. I hope that sounded good. Just did a couple of pulls there just to, yeah, open up a little bit and just, yeah, I don't know how good that's gonna come across on camera, but it was pretty sick. The sound has just livened up the whole car. But yeah, it still goes like a bat out of hell. So you might hear a little bit. I've got one of the baby restraints at the back, it's a bit loose, so it sort of makes a bit of a rattle. I've got to fix that. How's it been? 2 years. So you guys will know we did the yearly cap on this car as well, just to sort of tell you how it's been. And so far up until then, the car had been pretty good. We had the alternator fail on, well, my partner was driving, unfortunately. Sorry, Alicia. Two of the big failures happened when she was driving, poor thing. Sorry to my partner for having to deal with that. That's a big reason she doesn't drive this car, mostly me, because I did buy it initially for her to drive around in, because I had too many cars, but yeah, that sort of changed. So we had the alternator fail on us, and that made the car do some weird shit. It fried the battery, fried the alternator, because the alternator that was on it was absolutely disgusting. I don't know how it was lasting on there before, I don't know how it was charging. So that was the biggest failure we had. That was probably a few months into owning the car. After that, again, my partner was driving. She got onto the highway and it just started, the whole car started shaking off its head. What happened was one of the tail shaft bolts actually backed out, because they got a 3-prong sort of flange on them that bolts to a flex disc, and then a 3-bolt flange that bolts onto the diff. One of those comes loose. If one, it's not like a 4-bolt flange tail shaft. If one comes loose, you can sort of, a bit of vibration and get away with it. With ease, mate, like the tail shaft wants to come through the floor pan. She had to pull over, I had to limp the car home. That was another thing. So that's nothing really bad. A couple of times I've been locked out of the car. I think there's, I don't know if it was the key going flat or BCM or something. So I come to the car, wouldn't unlock, and the next day it would unlock fine, and then it's fine. So I've done a couple weird things like that. Unfortunately, my partner again was driving me home from a housewarming, a mate's housewarming, and I was really drunk, so I couldn't drive home. She drove me home, and we ended up hitting a kangaroo at about 60, which it buggered the front bar a little bit, and underneath it did a bit of damage. So I did a whole video on that, a couple of videos back with the Commodore, you'll see that. Obviously not the car's fault, it's just something that's happened, but the car's come pretty good from that. Another thing as well is like the lever here starting to, I can't really see it, maybe if I move the camera down to near my groin, You can see the leather starting to split on the bolster here. Now that wasn't like that when I bought the car, it's just starting to separate. So I'm gonna try and get that to, I'm gonna try and re-stitch that together. Hopefully it'll pull back together. Another thing that happened, I was on the way to work one day and I could hear a really horrible noise coming from the front. It sounded like a screeching and I thought the belt was slipping, which it was. The actual idler tensioner seized on me and the bearing actually melted and seized, but luckily I was 5 minutes from work and I work at an auto parts store and we had a belt and a pulley there, so I could just replace that. That was fine, but I thought the car was going to blow up. Engine and gearbox in this car have been great, and when I did the first video on this car, the original owner, up until the guy bought it off, Jared, found the video and could confirm to me that all the running gear is original. So the engine is original, the gearbox is original. The gearbox is a bit noisy, synchro is a bit noisy, but that's completely fine. The engine itself is quite smooth, a little bit of lifter tick on startup, but other than that, runs smoother than my LS in my GU. If this LS ever blows, I have another one at home with lower Ks I can whack in. It's out of a VXSS, same thing. Yeah, I'm just trying to think what else has really gone wrong with it. Like, it's been pretty solid. It's, you know, 2 years of driving it. I bought the car at 411,000 Ks. It's got 428 on it now. So nearly 430,000. It's going to be at 500,000 and 30,000 Ks. That's insane. So I've put, you know, nearly 20,000 Ks on it since I bought it, and only minor issues. So I'm really, really happy with that. Now, touch wood, I don't want to manifest anything, but it has been great. I was driving it in traffic the other day. It was boiling hot day, and yeah, had the AC on. AC is ice cold. Yeah, it's just been one of those cars where I can do a bit of everything in it. I did a drift event not long ago. I had the back full of tires, the boot full of tires when I was getting them all fitted. Fine. A couple of issues with it now, small issues. So when I jacked it up the other day, I could notice there was a couple of little coolant leaks coming from under the car. So when I drive the car, it doesn't leak. When I park the car and do a full day at work, look underneath, it's fine. Come back 9 hours later, no coolant leaks. But if I park the car overnight, it has a couple of little drips, and it's coming from sort of the mid under the, sort of the mid of the front of the engine, right under the harmonic balancer. So I reckon maybe it might be the water pump, maybe the impeller's gone. I checked the little hose that runs under the throttle body, it's fine. It looks like it's coming from lower. So I don't know if it's, I don't think it's a Welsh plug or anything up the front there, but maybe water pump, that's fine. I can get all that stuff from work. And then a little bit of rear main seepage, which is fine, that's nothing. Let's give it a bit of a hit. It just pulls like a freight train. It does, it really does. And like I said, guys, I never intended to make content with this car. I bought it just for me, like just for my family sort of history, but it's one of the best performing cars on the channel, and it's made you guys go out and buy your own Commodores and your own sort of, yeah, whether it's a V6, a V8, doesn't matter. Had a few of you reach out to me saying, hey, I've got a 500,000 kilometer SS, it's fine. Hey, I've got a 500,000 kilometer Calais. I love hearing all your stories about the cars you've owned. If you have one with 4,000 Ks, you've got one with 400,000 Ks, I love hearing all your stories. Don't stop commenting all your stories and that, because I love reading all through them, and that gives me more hope to keep my bad boy. So we still have to get the OTR and take it to Jared at XL Garage. Go give him a follow, he's a legend. He's gonna tune the car for me on the dyno properly, and we're gonna open it up. And then next will be cam and paint work and get some 20-inch VYSS wheels on it. That's my dream. Have it sitting a little bit better, and that's it. I just don't want to go nuts with it. It's just nice and subtle. Perfect, that's all I want. Owning this car's making me want another one. I'd love to have like a Cosmo purple manual one, that would be sick, or a Hot House green one, and have like just a complete stocker, like it rolled from the factory, and this one just hot it up a little bit. It's a good testament to the durability and strength when they built these cars. You know, my mum's car only lasted 10 years and the engine went at 170,000 Ks, whether this thing's going at 428,000 kilometers and running like a Swiss clock. So it all comes down to, you know, how well it's been treated beforehand. You know, my mum drove hers like a baby, but she did get on it sometimes. My mum used to drive hers pretty conservatively, so maybe that's why the engine met its demise. Whether this thing, I don't know. Like, I don't drive this car easy. I don't drive it easy. And I know because of the, you know, long-term wear this engine has had, it could shoot a rod one day. It could, you know, have a failure, and I'm completely aware of that. And I'm lucky I've got that spare engine. I don't know, like, I still want to drive this car the way it's intended. It's a sports car. So to sum it up, car's been great. Car's been fantastic. I meet a lot of you guys when I park it at the gym, when I park, even at my work, you guys come in and go, is that the Commodore? And I show you guys around, you love it. It's great. It's great to share this car with everyone. And yeah, I'm gonna actually go back and Jared, if you're watching, I'm gonna take this back to you and take it for a spin in it, because know he's going to love this car the way it is now, and he misses it dearly. So he's the old owner. I'm going to take him for a proper drive in it soon, and maybe I'll film it, get his reaction, whatever. So that'd be cool. So yeah guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Hopefully next video will be whacking the OTR on it and getting it properly tuned. Take it back to Exile Garage, do a whole video with them. And yeah, then I think maybe getting some paint done on it, and just, yeah, we'll slowly clean it up and do some videos on the side while we're doing the other cars. So yeah, I want to say a massive thank you to all of you that hung around, and all of you guys have been following this this journey of this car. It means a lot to me that you guys are so invested, and I can't thank you guys enough, and I will never stop thanking you. So yeah, thanks for watching me drive shitboxes, and yeah, I guess we'll see you in another video. Take care everyone. Bye bye.